Hi, I'm Ernie Shimizi of WVVH-TV, and welcome to our coverage of the 2018 New York International Auto Show, coming to you from the Javits Center here in New York City. The New York International Auto Show will be here at the Javits Center until April 8th. This is Joe LaMoraglia.
Correct.
Joe, you know all about Chevrolet.
I do.
And Chevrolet has been part of this New York International Auto Show. 118 years. I think you guys have been there from a good number of those.
Yeah, we're a 100-plus-year-old brand. We've been here for a while.
And we got something amazing. This is
the brand new Chevrolet Traverse, which is one of our premier vehicles. It is a large SUV that seats up to 8 people. It's a family-friendly SUV. It has loaded with technology and safety features. It has in-car Wi-Fi, which is really cool. So if you're carrying kids around and they want to watch a movie, it can support up to 7 devices, which is phenomenal. If you've ever gone on a long road trip,
wow,
right, and you can keep the kids quiet while watching movies in the back, built-in Wi-Fi in the car. Lots of safety equipment and some really thoughtful touches. What I like to tell people is the people that design these cars are family people too. Our engineers have kids, so they're constantly trying to improve and make great cars, and we love the New York market. We know how important this market is, and we spend a lot of time to make sure that we bring product that makes sense for our customers here.
Well, this is a New York car, New York SUV that really kicks it.
Absolutely. It's available in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Let's go show you a little cool feature. So this is a family car, right? I'm going to get in there and show you this seat. So if you have kids, you have car seats. And a lot of the times is you have the car seat here, you can't get kids into the seat. This is curbside, right?
Yes.
Right? So imagine this. There's a car seat right here, and you want to get kids in the back. You don't have to move the car seat. The seat just goes up, the seat stays there, load the kids in the back, push it back, and then put your child in the car seat. Just little things like that our engineers are thinking about, making our customers' lives easier.
Oh, wow. Little things that you come in contact with every day.
Absolutely.
And that third row seat?
Third row seats 3. Lots of room in the rear.
And lifting up this hood, this rear hatch. Whoa, that is amazing. Look at that. Wow.
So there's a lot of room. It's actually a huge vehicle. So it's very functional. One of the cool things, if you can see back here, if you have passengers in the third row, you actually have USB power points. So you can plug in and charge your devices back here. It's easy to put the seats up and down.
Beautiful. And
very
full
functional.
Comfort. You got, of course,
cup holders.
Yeah, and for the kids with the books and the crayons and everything else.
Lots of storage nooks and crannies.
Well, this is really amazing. Now, when did Chevrolet develop this line?
The Traverse has been, as a brand, has been out for about 6 years. Or 5 years. This is just new. This model right now is new for 2018, so it's all new. Super comfortable, super efficient. And again, loaded with safety equipment. If, it gets hot. It gets hot here in New York in the summer, right? One of the biggest fears is about leaving something or someone in the back seat on a hot day. If you open this door, the rear door, any of the rear doors, within 10 minutes of starting the car, once you turn the car off, it gives you a very distinct bing, 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 and then a message in the center console says, please check rear seat. So it could be your laptop, your gallon of milk, your dog, your cat, your child. It's just one of the, again, little tiny features. Doesn't take a lot, but our engineers are constantly thinking about our customers.
That's really why cool. You guys have been on top of the market.
We like to think so.
Really amazing. I mean, this show, you bring a lot of product to the show, and look, we're looking at is that the?
That's a Colorado ZR2, one of the most awesome off-road trucks available in the market today.
Wow.
It's really cool. It's available in the V6 or a 4-cylinder turbo diesel. It can climb a rock, rides incredibly comfortably on the highway, but it is designed for high-speed off-road or rock crawling. Really cool.
What I also love about Chevrolet is you have the best dealer network I mentioned to you, I'm
yeah.
from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And there are dealerships popping up all over the place for Chevrolet. They've
fantastic.
been there, new expanded dealership, because you're selling so much.
Right.
But we're talking about best sellers. You have a few over here that we should
we're
look
going to
at.
talk about the Equinox next. So this white one that you're in right there, that is our Chevrolet Equinox. It's our midsize crossover. Very, very popular car around here. Very, very well equipped. Careful. And really available for everybody on all kinds of different budgets. You can get a small 1.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder. You can get a turbo diesel engine, which gets incredible gas mileage on the highway. And then you also have a 2.0 liter turbo gas engine that's fantastic for if you want something a little bit more pep.
Now look at that two-tone that you guys have in there. That used to be a luxury definition.
Right. And we're bringing it down to a more mainstream product. This one has heated rear seats, two-tone leather, diesel, sunroof. This is a loaded Equinox.
Joe, the big words these days are hybrid and this and that. I mean, how does that affect your market, Chevrolet?
Well, Chevrolet likes to think we have a car for everybody's driveway. I like to say that. Well, I'm going to walk you down to this. So this is the Bolt EV. We're also on the cutting edge of electric vehicles. And this is a car, the Bolt EV, which is the first affordable long-range electric vehicle. This car can go 238 miles on a single charge. There's no gas engine. It's all electric. It's a battery-operated electric vehicle. And available right now in your Chevy dealer. If you drive, the average commute is around 40 miles a day, right? You could charge this thing and drive all week without having to charge it again.
I mean, this is it.
This is it. This is the future. This is the future. Some of our partners are developing driverless products using this architecture. But I have to tell you, if you've never driven an electric vehicle and you probably think they're slow and boring, I challenge you to go down to a Chevy dealer and check this thing out. It is so much fun to drive, and it's incredibly roomy and functional.
That's amazing. This is the electric vehicle.
The Bolt EV.
This is the success of Chevrolet.
Absolutely. We took everything we learned with the Volt, which is right behind me, and applied it to the Bolt EV. And our customers are our greatest asset. They're always telling us how to improve, what they want, what they need. And we're always looking to improve our products.
But this is Chevrolet.
This is Chevrolet.
And we'll show them an electric vehicle, but we'll also show them this.
How could you not? How could you not? That is the Chevrolet ZR1, 750 horsepower. That's the ultimate Corvette Stingray. You can't get any more powerful than that.
Now, I could see you, Joe, driving this.
Well, I'm waiting for one to come as my company car, but they told me not to hold my breath.
Well, there would be in able hands, your vehicles. I mean, this is unbelievable. The evolution of the Stingray and where we are today.
Do you know where the Stingray debuted?
No.
In New York City.
Whoa.
The Corvette first came to the public eye in New York City in the 50s. So we're happy to be back here with the ultimate Corvette right now, and that's the ZR1.
This is the ultimate. If you want to dream about owning a car.
Yeah, this is a car that you really want. This car is incredibly track capable, but it's not going to beat you up when you're on the road either. That's our pride and joy right there.
Wow.
There's also a great Camaro here on the floor. That's the Hot Wheels Camaro. Celebrates the 50th anniversary of Camaro and Hot Wheels. Actually, one of the first Hot Wheels car was a Camaro, so they worked with us to create the Hot Wheels Camaro. That's a convertible over there. And then if your listeners want to come or viewers want to come, there's this awesome 4D virtual reality experience that shows you how we develop cars on our proving grounds.
Wow. Chevrolet, a lot to experience.
Absolutely.
Joe, thank you for this
tour. My pleasure.
You are the man. They said talk to Joe.
I'm happy to be here.
I tell you, you're blowing my mind from this to the Volt.
We have so many wonderful products here at Chevrolet. Please come and check us out during the auto show.
I'm very excited because we often cover vehicles here. We cover a lot of vehicles here at the New York International Auto Show. But this is Crystal Wyndham. Crystal, this is one of the hot cars of the New York International Auto Show. Our viewers should know. And you are one of the designers, interior designers.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm glad to sit here and talk to you about the new CT6 interior, the mid-cycle, and we have a lot of amenities, exterior and also interiors. Just
This is your work. I mean, this is
we have
amazing.
a great team. So about a couple of years ago, I joined the Cadillac team, and I'm really excited. This vehicle, we have a few enhancements and upgrades that I can take you through that we're excited about. So of course, interiors, I feel like this is our second home, right? So we want to make sure that the customer is very comfortable and they have everything that they need at their fingertips. So one of the things that we focused in on is the center console. So the layout, we have the rotary controller and a new ETRS shifter. It really allows the customer to have a better interface with the technology in the screen right at their fingertips. So really bringing that ease of use with the technology.
And there's no clutter.
No, very
It's right
simple.
hands-on.
Yes, and of course the hand-sewn interior throughout, upper and lower. But another refinement feature that we added for this interior is the custom perf pattern of metal speakers. So you find that on the A-pillar as well as the center speaker there and throughout. So we really just wanted to help elevate the interior and then get into that fine detail that you would expect in a luxury vehicle.
I mean, there's so much history when it comes to interior design of a vehicle, and you've brought it to a whole new level.
Great. Well, I have to say, I didn't do it all myself. I had a great team that really supported this interior from the beginning, and then to continually enhance it further for the mid-cycle product and also for the V Sport. I'm really excited to be a part of a great team.
So why, I know the why of the buzz, but this is a special vehicle in the Cadillac family, isn't it?
It is. It's I would say our sedan that is, I would say, is really pushing the brand forward. So there are elements here that you'll see more of, inspired by the Scala. Wherever we can, you'll see a nod to the Scala and really pushing the brand forward. So it means a lot from a sedan perspective.
While you and I are speaking, Greg is going to tour the outside of this vehicle. We already know that the interior is second to none.
All right. Thank you.
And congratulations. I know you're from Michigan, so
I am.
you're right there where these great cars are designed and made.
Yes.
So now we're looking at the outside of the vehicle, and Greg is looking at the different design. And to say that there's been excitement about this vehicle is, I mean, worldwide media is here.
Yes.
Checking us out.
Yes.
And looking at what we're doing. How many people, in terms of a team, are required, Crystal, to create something like this?
Well, we work with a team of other designers, sculptors, and engineers, and we work closely as a team. But it takes not only the design team, but of course we have the engineering team, marketing team, finance, etc. So I would say the close design team is about 30 or so folks, interior and exterior. And it takes all those great people to create a vision and bring it to the marketplace. So yes, it takes a really close-knit team.
We're lit now, and we're looking at the dash display.
Yes.
And again, it's the use of today's technology of fiber optics and
Right.
and screens
And technology is the key. The vehicle is also equipped with Super Cruise, and there's a camera there that monitors your eye to make sure that you're still aware and having your eyes on the road. But it's really an enhanced cruise control.
and also lane. I was reading about this.
Sophisticated.
Very sophisticated in terms of if you're in lane and it's cognizant of the vehicle ahead of it, I mean, it does things that were unheard of years ago.
It brings that driving experience. It's very effortless, right? So you can rely on the technology, but still have some level of control at the same time.
I'm going to take a little look at the back here also. Crystal, this is the coolest car we've seen.
Excellent.
I'll give that award, that's for
and
sure.
Just take a look at some of the details within the seat. The perf pattern here in the seat, just awesome leather that was spec'd for this vehicle. Nice enhancement with the crest as well. And of course we have the rear seat and infotainment.
A lot of intelligence goes into the creation of a Cadillac to begin with.
All the detail. I mean, you have the Cadillac signature here in the lamp itself, but just very sophisticated,
And that
tight
distinctive
detailing. The grill upgrade is fantastic.
And you mentioned there are cameras that capture.
That helps monitor the vehicle as it's on the road. Just a great system.
And you have two examples here. We have this.
And this is the V Sport. Really enjoy looking at this model with the black trim out. So what you have as chrome on this model here goes to a black finish around the DLO and some accents on the front. It just really gives it a more sporty feel and a presence, very sharp presence.
Crystal, it is a pleasure. So nice when we do this show, and also to meet the people from Michigan who are actually responsible for making this possible, and for you to connect with us and the general public. Job well done. This is a must-see. If you come to the New York International Auto Show, Cadillac has brought us something new. Here at the New York International Auto Show,
All right.
I'm with John, but you have a friend here also.
I'm with Jan. Perhaps you've seen her in our commercials. And Jan, good morning. How are you? Welcome to New York. She's a little quiet today, Ernie. I don't know.
Hey, Jan. Well, if you don't mind, John is going to show us what you have to offer here at the New York International Auto Show.
Absolutely.
So let's start rolling.
All right, great.
See you later, Jan.
Bye, Jan. So yeah, Ernie, we're excited because well, first of all, it's the New York International Auto Show. Now, I'm a Chicagoan, but I was born in Queens, so I always love coming home. So this is always my home show, I say. But we got it's the auto show of the year. You know, there's lots of prestige in Chicago and Detroit and things like that, but the Javits Center, New York Auto Show, it's the last major auto show. So we're really excited about that. And we got some big reveals. So we're going to walk around and show. We have the 2019 RAV4, 5th generation RAV4 that's coming out, should debut in the fall. So we're excited about that. RAV4 is incredibly selling over 400,000 last year. So it's amazing. And then we're going to go over by the Corolla hatchback too. So we'll check that out.
For our viewers, that RAV4 news is the biggest news,
Big news, yeah.
here at the New York International Auto Show.
Absolutely.
And to kick off our show with you, John, that means the world. Now, RAV4, you mentioned, last year they sold
400,000, yeah.
400,000, and they redesigned it this year. Okay.
Yeah, RAV4 was the very first car-based SUV, so we invented this segment. Some people say, oh wow, you have best fuel economy, best safety rating, things like that. It's like, well, we should. We invented it. We should have the best.
And look at Jan, she's excited about it.
She's ecstatic, look at that. On a serious note, you will not believe how many folks post for pictures and also turn around like, oh, there she is. You know, she always sneaks up on you. So.
Great, she's a great logo, or what would you call her? Spokesperson?
Spokesperson, yeah.
Exactly. Look at this.
Mascot. All right, so we're coming in. Oh, so I don't know. I'm sure a lot of your viewers, you do have Mets fans, and Toyota's the official vehicle of the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. So we cover our bases here, and official vehicle of the New York Jets.
Look at that.
So here's a couple of our specialty ones here. So we have our Highlander here, built in Indiana, but all decked out in the New York Mets. Isn't that great? Proud partner. And then over on this side here, we got the official vehicle of the Jets. This is the new CHR. This is one of our latest vehicle we introduced last year. It's a subcompact crossover, 10 standard airbags. Here's something that's really cool. Toyota Safety Sense. This is a great suite of safety features, pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert with steering assist. This is basically standard in the entire lineup. So safety is a huge thing with Toyota, and many manufacturers will charge extra for these things. We don't. You can get this on a Corolla, you can get Toyota Safety Sense in a Yaris for $16,000. So we're very, very big on safety here at Toyota, and that's a big thing. And of course, if you're a Jets fan, here's your vehicle. But this CHR is great though. 18-inch wheels are standard, starts at $22,500. I mean, it's a really great little vehicle. Tons of cargo room. It's the best of both worlds. You get all the amenities of a sedan and all the functionality of an SUV.
Well, you've brought luxury to this class of the market.
Absolutely, yes, very much so. In fact, the loaded version of this, Ernie, is $24,500 for the loaded version and it has power folding heated mirrors. I mean, really, really well equipped. So CHR is very popular. In fact, I was told about 3 months ago, it was the #1 searched vehicle on Toyota.com worldwide, the CHR. Isn't that amazing?
CHR,
Yeah.
wow.
Stands for Coupe High Ride. And here's our minivan, the Sienna. Okay, this is great for a lot of reasons. Now, I'll close the doors and get the good lines in here. This is the only minivan that is available in all-wheel drive.
Wow,
now,
look at that,
if you live in
smooth.
Arizona, you don't need an all-wheel drive. But in New York City, with the snow and everything, the only minivan available in all-wheel drive, also built in Indiana. In fact, we're really proud to say the majority of the Toyotas that are sold here are now built in the U.S.
Oh,
So
that
we're
is so cool.
one of the leading American manufacturers of automobiles now. It's fantastic. So the Sienna, this has been in the lineup for a lot of years. They just redesigned it last year. 8-speed transmission, close to 300 horsepower, 27 on the highway. So the functionality, and by the way, almost 200 cubic feet inside. This Sienna minivan has more interior room than any vehicle in our lineup.
So who would buy a minivan versus an SUV?
Like an SUV.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because you'll see, like my brother drives a Sienna, and the kids went to school, they left the house, they bought another Sienna because they're so functional. But you'll see this is a great family vehicle. It seats up to 8 people. The third row's folded down.
Seats 8,
Seats
wow.
8. Now this is the captain's chairs, so this actually seats 7. But 7 comfortably. I'm 6'5", and
Let's
I've
check out
fit
the back
in
there.
the third row many, many times here.
So you could seat 8.
Seat 8, yep.
Wow,
Third
look
row
at
pops
this.
right up. Right here.
Look at that, wow.
Boom.
One hand.
There we go. And then,
Wow.
then you have all that storage right there too, which is great. So the spare tire is underneath the second row here. So you got all this room here for strollers, luggage, what have you. But the functionality of a minivan is, there's a lot of folks like, I don't want a minivan. That's okay, we have a Highlander, we have a RAV4, we have options for you. But a Sienna is so darn practical.
Wow, wow, this really
It's
captures
great, right?
this market. You made a minivan into something that...
Yeah, right. We made it cool. We made it cool. It's as cool as it could be is with a Sienna. What do we have over here? Oh, okay, here's our 2019 Yaris. They did a nice little refresh on this. My wife drives a Yaris. My mother-in-law drives a Yaris. We got 2 in our family, and they are great little, this is a little
Look at
car.
this, wow.
This is the XLE, so leather trimmed seats. It's got a great interior right here. It's amazing.
I mean,
There's
that
gonna be-
color is cool. I've never seen this...
That nice, and
Yeah.
alloy wheels too. This is a vehicle that typically starts about $16,000.
Toyota, as a company, not only have you invested in the United States
Right.
and you're building cars here, but you've brought so much to the market.
Yeah, a lot of new
You guys
products.
have reinvented yourselves
A lot
over
of
the
new
past
products.
few years.
Absolutely. Well, here's one of the reasons for that too, Ernie, is Akio Toyoda, who's our CEO. He's the great-grandson of the founder of Toyota. Akio is a competitive race car driver. And he said, hey, we know our Toyotas last. In fact, here's a great statistic that we just found out. Consumer Reports has had their best of, and the Highlander won the best SUV, the Sienna minivan, best overall pick. But we've also found out a good statistic from that. In the last 15 years of all the Toyotas we've sold in the US, 87% are still on the road. 87%. So basically, all of them.
Product loyalty.
Yeah, it's amazing. And durability, but everybody knows that they're durable, that they'll last forever. I've driven 3 Toyotas in my life. Over 25 years, I've driven 600,000 miles, and I've never broken down, ever. That's my Toyota story, and there's a lot of folks with those stories. But the cool thing is, Akio Toyoda, our CEO, our president, is a competitive race car driver. And he goes, we know we have good, reliable cars. Let's make them sexy. And we're at the new, the 2018 Camry, the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. So the 2018 Camry, beautiful car, and listen to this, 54 in the city, 52 on the highway, 53 combined. So basically on a tank of gas, you can go about 700 miles on a tank of gas. With the Camry Hybrid, it starts at 27 grand.
All right, John, you know, we've got to stop now because our
I could
camera
go all day,
person,
as you know.
Greg, is a big Yankee fan.
Oh, here
as
we
you
go.
can tell with his cap on. So seeing the Yankees, that's the ultimate for him. I don't think we can go any further.
What a good spot to end, right?
But I have to tell you, John, it's a pleasure
Thank you, Ernie.
working with you. You love your cars.
I do. I think you can tell. You know, I'm a Toyota guy. Our families, we're all Toyota, but I drove Toyota before I ever worked for Toyota. So now it's like, as a product specialist, hey, can you talk about Toyota being the best cars in the world? It's like, absolutely. No problem, and I say 100%. So when you're at the auto show, come by and say hi at Toyota Live. We got a lot of fun things going on, a lot of fun engagements. We want you to come visit us here at the Javits Center.
I'm with Annalise. This has been reported to be the biggest reveal here at the New York International Auto Show. And we're at Toyota. And tell us what we're looking at.
Well, we're really excited because just last year, in fact, the RAV4 was the best-selling non-truck vehicle in the United States. So it's really popular. It's a favorite among those of us in the United States, and we've redesigned it. So we have an all-new platform for the RAV4. We have more technology than ever, more connectivity, and it's safer than ever as well. Also
Let's take a
very
look.
capable. Yeah.
This is amazing. You know, what you just said, last year you sold a couple of 100,000 of these. Success by any measure. And now it's been totally redesigned to create something new for the next level. And
Right.
amazing.
Right, very amazing. With the connectivity, we have Entune 3.0, which is our newest multimedia system. So you're going to get things like available Wi-Fi, Apple CarPlay, Amazon Alexa connectivity. So you're really able to bring your life into your adventure, right? You get to explore out there, and you never get behind.
You know, that is an amazing concept because your company, Toyota, takes it to a whole different level. And in doing this is the proof of it. Talk about the safety features because they're things that no one else has.
Sure. You know, Toyota Safety Sense is a grouping of features that's standard on almost all of our vehicles already in our lineup. But Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, which is the next generation, is going to be on the 2019 RAV4. So that's going to not only have your pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, your automatic high beams, but it's going to add things like lane tracing assist to help you stay in your lane better than ever, and road sign assist. So it can even read some of these signs on the road for you and kind of give you a heads up about what's out there. It's just an extra set of eyes that the RAV4 has to help you have a better, more fun, exciting, and safe experience.
How exciting. This was revealed here today. Now, this is a hybrid. So can we talk a little bit about what that signifies?
Yes, the RAV4 Hybrid showed up just a few years ago in our lineup. This is an all-new XSE Hybrid. It's a new trim level on the Hybrid, so it's going to bring more sport and luxury to the hybrid lineup of RAV4s. So the XSE Hybrid is going to give you more power than ever before, more excitement in your drive in a hybrid. So it's kind of bringing all of those worlds together and getting you the best of fuel efficiency and power and fun.
Now, we have a few of these RAV4 models here on the exhibit floor. We're looking at another one right here on the display. Beautiful color. How is that different from this one, Annalise?
That is the Limited. So the Limited is our top trim level. It's going to have the most amenities.
And this is the top
Trim level of the RAV4, yes. So you're going to have the most comfort, the most convenience, already standard in the RAV4 Limited. So really exciting. It's really something to be comfortable in as you're out there exploring and adventuring.
As our viewers come here to the New York International Auto Show, right here at the main gate, main entrance, you'll be seeing that RAV4 that has just been put on display here at the New York International Auto Show. We wish you guys great success. Toyota is such an important manufacturer, important to the entire auto industry here in the United States. I know you guys build here in the U.S. and you're very active in the U.S. and thank you for making big news.
Absolutely, and everyone come down on Friday when it opens to the public here at the New York International Auto Show.
The excitement here at Volkswagen is unbelievable, and this is Mark Gillies. Mark, thank you for allowing us this time
Yeah,
to
our
visit.
pleasure. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are going crazy here. There are people from all over the world, and everybody wants to talk to you. You got big news here today, don't you?
Yeah, we've got two concepts. First of all, we've got the Atlas Cross Sport concept, which is a preview of a 5-seater mid-size SUV. And then the surprise here for us was we produced a pickup truck, which is called the Atlas Tan Oak. And it's huge. It's the biggest thing we've ever built for the States, or in the States, I would say.
A Volkswagen pickup truck.
It's a concept. Obviously, we're gauging public reaction to see what people think of it, but it's a very practical thing to build because it's based on the Atlas platform.
Wow. Show us what we have behind you here.
Yeah, so this here is the Atlas SUV. It's 7-seater SUV that we just introduced to the market last year. Competes with things like the Honda Pilot and Toyota Highlander. And it's powered by either a turbocharged 2-litre engine or a V6 engine, but basically big family hauler, third row seating, available captain's chairs, and it's got some really cool features like it has a fully digital cockpit.
And when did this come online, this particular?
Last summer.
Last summer. Wow. So it's really in its infancy. So there really wasn't any involvement in last year's New York International Auto Show.
We didn't really have anything to show last year. It was very quiet for us last year, but this year we're back with a splash. I mean, we've got two great concept cars, and we also have, behind me, we have the Arteon R-Line, which is the debut of, we debuted this Arteon 4-door coupe in Chicago, and the R-Line is a sportier version with bigger wheels and some interior enhancements and exterior enhancements.
With Volkswagen, the product name as a manufacturer, respected. You guys have always been a leader in engineering and safety. So to bring a new line in and to be in this show, what does that mean to you?
I mean, for us, it's important for us to have, good SUVs in this market because that's the way the market's going. Not so long ago, it was 50-50 trucks and cars. Now it's nearly 70% trucks and 30% cars. And, it's what people like. They like the high seating position. They like the usability and versatility. My wife, I've got a Touareg, and my wife, she gets in the car, the first thing she does is raise the seat to the roof almost. So, it's one of those things, people like that command seating position, and they like just the whole feel of an SUV.
And people want it all. It's an investment, but it's an investment that you want to be safe for your children, but you also want to be able to put your golf clubs or whatever it is that you want to store in the back and have room for the kids and grandma and everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the appeal of them. So, we're in the market now with them, and we're very happy.
Well, whatever you guys are cooking, I mean, the amount of buzz from worldwide media, taking photos, experiencing what you have to offer. Now, is that that's one of the truck models on the side?
That's the Tan Oak concept. So that's the pickup truck.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. And here in the New York market, the Volkswagen name is known and respected from the days gone by, that's for sure.
Exactly.
You guys created most of the vehicles, the first small size class, the first minivan of
Exactly, yeah, the microbus. I mean,
the
it's
microbus, right?
And we're bringing the microbus back in electric form in 2022, so that's going to be cool when that happens as well.
Oh my! I'm reserving my interview with you. Could you show us a quick look here at the truck?
So you look inside. It's got really cool instrument display. So that's fully digital. Everything inside is sort of digitalized. So even the climate control is done by digital means. Again, it's obviously a concept car, so some of these features are production.
I mean, this is a truck. It's a luxury vehicle, that's for sure. Well, I thank you. I know how busy it is for you today. This is a big day for Volkswagen, and thank you, Mark. We invite our viewers, come to the New York International Auto Show. There's so much more to see from Volkswagen, from all product lines, but this is a kick. This is something.
Yeah, thanks, and thanks for having us. No, it's great. We were really pleased when we saw this. I saw it yesterday for the first time. I was like, oh, it's even better than the pictures, so that's good.
It's Honda, and it's Honda with the power of dreams. And I'm with Karina. And Karina,
Hi, how are you?
well, thank you for allowing us to visit Honda.
Thank you for visiting us. We're happy to have you.
You've got a lot to show us.
We do. Let's get started, yeah, shall we?
Let's roll.
All right. So here we have the CR-V, which is our SUV, and it recently won the Motor Trend SUV of the Year award because of its, as we look here at the interior, it has a lot of premium offerings, gives you a lot of good space. It's good, efficient.
And look at the appointments now. I see like the wood grain, two-tone, leather. I mean, this car sells like crazy for Honda, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. It's been a top seller for us for many years, and this new model, which came out last year, really elevated the premium features of it, the way it looks, also keeping it fun to drive and spacious. Here in the back, as he goes around the car, we can take a look at just how much cargo space it offers.
It's amazing. When Honda starts a product line, I recall when they started the CR-V line, and it's become a mainstay. It's supported the developments nowadays, of course, with safety developments. It's unbelievable, isn't it,
Yes.
Karina?
Yeah, it's really become one of our pillars, and it offers the Honda Sensing, which is our suite of driver-assisted technology that helps prevent collisions or helps you alert the driver, just anything to keep more aware of what's going on the road and really help the driver make sure that we're keeping them and their family as safe as possible.
That is amazing. Again, in the philosophy of Mr. Honda, right?
Yes, Mr. Honda really believed in what, as we mentioned in the beginning, which is the power of dreams, and kind of if you have a vision or if you have something that is going to be good for to help society be on the move and mobility, that's what Mr. Honda always followed, to follow your dreams and make that come true.
Okay, we're here in New York, the big show, New York International Auto Show, and you guys have some exhibit area here, some display. This is the Civic.
Yes, so the Civic is another of our pillars and best sellers of cars. What's neat about this 10th generation Civic is that it's offered in 5 different variants. What we're looking at now is the Civic Sedan, which is a 4-door that everyone has come to know.
Let's have you in the cockpit here.
Yeah, so here you can see it has great space. You have a great touchscreen here that you can use, and it has maps and the navigation. It also comes standard with the Honda Sensing, which is the driver-assisted program. And again, like the good...
I mean, looking at the center console and the way everything is laid out here, I mean, it's reminiscent of the top luxury cars in the market. That is really amazing.
Right, they really elevated this Civic and kind of brought it up to a new level to make it. It's a car that can be bought by many people because of its price point, but it's also offering them a lot of good quality materials, and that's what we focus on. We want to make it good, fun to drive, but also have the good materials for our customers, good quality.
Now, who buys a Civic? Is that the first car you buy when you get that great job and you're up and running?
Yeah, a lot of parents buy it for students that are in high school because it offers you the safety, it's efficient on gas, it's fun to drive. Also, when you graduate from college, it's a good entry point. Or even if you don't have a big family or you don't have a family and you just a good city car, this is perfect. It's kind of a car that can be appropriated to whatever life stage that you're in.
All right, speaking of life stages, we have another Civic over there which we have to show our viewers.
Yes.
Because if you're going to start out and have that first car and it's a Civic, I want this one.
Look at the color of it, right? This is a Civic Si, which is a more sporty variant of the Civic. It's going to give you more horsepower, and just the styling alone, right, is going to be a more appeal.
I mean, you mentioned styling. Once we swing around here, I mean, we're looking at the front. And I mean, the lines are unbelievable and the appointments of it all. But if we take a look at the back of the car here, I mean, this is, let's look here, down here. This grill work is pretty cool.
Yeah, the grill, and then these are this light fixture for this 10th generation Civic has become a staple. If you see it on the road and you see kind of the C shape, it's either going to be one of the Civics. They're all a little bit different. The sedan's a little bit different. This SI is. The coupe has the light run all the way across the thing, but this will let you know that you're driving behind a Civic, right?
It's cool.
You got a cool spoiler here. You got the single exhaust down at the bottom. So this is definitely a much sportier version of our Civic.
All right, now, Honda product line runs the gamut from, I mean, these sporty vehicles all the way to the Pilot, to the major brands like this. My list looks like a luxury model in anybody's.
Right. I mean, this is our Clarity series, which is helping us achieve our electrification goal, which is by 2020 to be 2/3 electrified within our fleet.
2/3.
2/3 electrified. And this Clarity is our fuel cell, which means that it doesn't use your typical gasoline. It uses hydrogen as fuel. And this is, again, following that power of dreams, and this is a vision to have a more clean society. It's one of the three, so there's 3 Clarities. There's the fuel cell, there's an electric car, which will give you a range of the fuel cell will give you a range of about 366 miles.
We're looking under the hood right now. So this is a fuel cell.
This is a fuel cell, so it's going to have different technology than your standard cars. The motor is going to be there, but like I said, it offers you the 366 miles per gallon, and it runs on hydrogen cells. So it has different fuel stacks within the car to support that.
I mean, this is amazing.
Technology.
I
Yes.
could identify a battery.
Yeah.
And I think that's an engine, but that's a fuel cell engine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is beautiful. It's a work of art, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. And then those 2 over there are, like, you could call them their brothers of the Clarity, because one is the blue one is an electric car that'll give you about 80 miles range of electricity, and then you got to recharge. And this green one here is a hybrid of, it's kind of a mix of the common day car that we're used to and then the electrification. So you run up to about 47 miles per gallon of electricity, and then it turns onto gas, so you don't have that range anxiety and you can do your road trips and whatnot.
Okay, I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to look at this Odyssey.
Yes.
Because many of our viewers have families.
Oh,
They love what an Odyssey has to offer.
This Honda Odyssey is new as of last year, and just the offerings is great. I mean, for a family, if you talk about it, it has a magic flight seats. Take a look at what we can do. You can move the seats over and back to give easy access to the back without having to take the seats out or do any of that thing.
I mean, that is brilliant, because anyone who has the
Kids, if you
third
have a car
row,
seat, yeah,
you're
if you
always like jumping over
Right.
it.
If you have the car seat and you don't want to take it out, you just slide it over. You can appropriate it to whichever way. You can have the kids sit next to each other. If they're gonna
Let's see. Let's take a
knock
look
it
here.
along,
So now you can pull it back the other
pull
way.
it back and then do it from both sides. So yeah, it's really awesome. In the front here, we have a great infotainment system, and it has 2 really neat features, which are cabin watch, cabin talk. So when the people are up in the front, the driver and the passenger can turn on a camera on that front screen that shows you what's going on in the back. So you can take a look at what they're doing, make sure that if the kids are, make sure that they're safe, make sure that they're not
I mean, those are the
getting in
things-
trouble.
Those are the things you need. You got to keep them occupied,
Yeah.
entertained, but safe above all. Okay, now, let's look here. I mean, look how much you've brought here on the floor here of the Javits Center.
Yeah, so this is
The
our
Ridge line.
which fortifies our light truck lineup, and just again gives you a different offering. So the Odyssey is more of a family car, and this kind of can be a mix because it seats 5 people. It's also very comfortable, but it gives you the truck space in the back, and it does something unique that some other trucks don't. So the way that the tailgate opens, it has a dual tailgate, so you can open it your standard way, right, which we're all used to, or you can open it out like this
Wow.
to be able to get close to it. And what's really neat too is that it has a trunk,
Look at that.
which most trucks in its segment does not have. And then you can store things here, you can lock it, and it'll be safe so that you don't, if you have a bag, golf bag, or some luggage that you're carrying with you, your kids' sports
So you have
stuff.
a trunk within the
within the trunk.
within the trunk.
Yeah, of the truck, and it can be safe. You can lock it up, and you're ready to go.
I mean, when you're talking about like tailgating and stuff like that,
Oh,
I mean,
tailgating.
This is
truck
amazing.
is the perfect truck tailgate. It also has speakers hidden within the bed lining, so you can play music right here within the truck.
Wow, wow. Looking forward to when baseball season now, but football season.
Yeah, exactly.
That is so cool for you. This is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, now we're going to. You've got a big. Shall I call it a reveal or something?
It's a debut. We're debuting a brand new car today, so why don't we go take a look at that?
All right, we're going to be heading in that direction.
So today what we're debuting is the all-new Honda Insight, which is a car that is being positioned between the Civic and the Accord, but it's really helping with our vision towards the electrification because this car is a hybrid, and it's going to give you 55 miles per gallon.
55.
55 miles per gallon, which is
I mean, look at the
huge.
press that's already surrounding.
Yeah.
I mean, there's media from all over the world, and it's to see this new Insight.
To see this new Insight, and what makes it really unique and kind of some of the things that stand out is that it's a hybrid car, but look at the styling on it. I mean, it's a beautiful car. They really did a good job of making it look like a regular everyday car that has premium features, but also gives you the fuel efficiency of 55 miles per gallon. It's also powerful. It has 151 horsepower, and it's offered in 3 different trims, so you have your variety of depending on the price point that you're looking for. The Honda sensing that I had talked about earlier, the safety technology features, it's standard across the line.
And how many years in development was the?
So this car has been around for a little bit, but it's been a little bit more of a quiet car. The Insight was actually one of the first hybrids that was developed years ago, and
I mean, that is
now
amazing.
we've come back and we've redesigned it completely, and that's what we're sharing today.
I mean, the appointments that
Yes,
the
it
front
has
grille,
standard LED lights. and it
LED
has a-
lights.
Mhm.
This is amazing. You know, Karina, there's a reason why Honda has received all of these awards.
Always put the customer first, and we invite you guys to come visit our booth. We'll be here at the New York Auto Show, and we're excited to see you and have you here. Come check out all our products.
I'm with Neil, who I find is from Canada.
That's right.
We have a lot of experience in that world, but you're representing a great company, a great manufacturer, Kia.
Yes.
And first of all, what do you do at Kia?
I'm in PR. I'm an East Coast PR manager, so I handle all public relations and on this side of the country. The rest of the company is based in Irvine, California.
All right, now Kia has been getting a lot of news and a lot of publicity. I know you guys are bringing one of the vehicles that you're bringing is presently under wraps as I'm speaking to you, but we will be back. Tell us about the Stinger.
Yeah, the Stinger's our big news, and this went on sale late last year. This is a fastback sports sedan. So it's what people normally call a hatchback. So that gives it kind of the utility, almost the utility of a wagon. But under the hood there, and these ones are 2 one-off custom pieces. This one was built by West Coast Customs. That's our Federation GT. So these were imagined what people could actually do with our cars. The one over here to our right, well, Greg's filming that one. But this red one here, that's a production car. That's what you could go into the dealership and buy.
Okay, let's take a look at that
Right.
one.
And the big deal here is what's under the hood. What's under the hood is a 3.3 liter V6 twin turbo engine that goes 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds, which is actually faster than a base Porsche Panamera. This car is now outselling a BMW 4 Series and an Audi A5.
It's a jewel.
It's brilliant. The reviews on this have been fantastic. We've kind of let it speak for itself, and everyone who drives this car just comes out smiling and saying, wow. You know, this is a big surprise for people, but this is representative of what we're able to do at Kia. I mean, this is...
Well, you guys have been working overtime because looking at this, I mean, just the size of the doors, if I may.
Yeah.
When you're a big guy, you need a big door to get in.
Yeah.
But you've created the sporty look, but yet you've given the comfort
5 seats. Look at that. It's set up for 4 now with that center console down, but it's 5 seats. And the hatchback, which we call the Sportback, gives it functionality. I mean, it's almost like having it's the utility of a wagon, but in a sports sedan. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
Wow. That is some solid
Yeah, and that's
fit there. Beautiful.
That's more than
I mean,
a
look
few
at that.
golf. Yeah,
Wow.
it folds down too. So it's more than a few golf bags fit in there.
Golf bags indeed.
Or hockey equipment if you're Canadian. You could be a goalie and own one of these, you know.
I know that equipment.
Yeah, goalie equipment.
But here's that guy who is playing hockey.
Yeah.
But on the weekend, you got the kids and
Grandma.
and everybody
Yeah.
else. You could load them in and enjoy.
Yes. For years, they used to say you could be a family man and own a 911. Wasn't really true because that back seat was there, but it wasn't really a back seat. This is a real back seat.
Okay, now the big news of today. This is big news.
Yes,
We
huge
invite our viewers to see.
Yep.
Come and visit you, Neil, here at Kia.
Yeah.
But let's go to where the big news of today will be.
Yes, you can go up there. Yeah, absolutely. So what we're going to reveal today is our new flagship sedan. It's called the K900. It's brand new. This car has existed before, but this is a total rebuild from the ground up. It actually has a tuned version of the Stinger engine in there. So it's got the 3.3 liter V6 twin turbo, but it's been tuned for sedan. So it's got different mapping for the transmission and throttle response and those sort of things. It also benefits from having received what we call the Biermann effect. Albert Biermann, who was the BMW engineer for M cars.
Yeah.
He worked on the Stinger, and his influence has trickled down to the K900 as well.
So you're pulling from the best world-class people, designers,
Yes.
to create where we are now.
Absolutely. And, you know, the same question people ask us, what business does Kia have bringing out a fastback sports sedan? They ask us about a flagship sedan. And our response is just kind of wait and see. I mean, this is the real deal, just like the Stinger's the real deal. And this one here, by the way, this Stinger here is a limited edition. It's called the Atlantica. 500 of these will be made in this color. It's a special color, has special wheels, has a different interior and headliner, has a few touches that you can't get, as well as the badge that designates it as a special edition.
You know, when you match up, and our viewers do this, the different manufacturers, Kia now is offering something that's above and beyond. You know, you're open for comparison.
Oh, absolutely, and that we love that. And you know, on top of that, a 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty. I mean, that's best in the business. And we're number one in initial quality from J.D. Power. We're number 3 in reliability from Consumer Reports. I mean, we're a brand on the ascendancy. You know, we're rocketing up.
Okay, we're going to be back later.
Yep.
You can see the worldwide media is in anticipation.
Yes.
Those seats will be filled, and we are going to see under these black drapes here.
This is the K900, and on the left is the Optima, which is our best-selling sedan, and it is being totally refreshed for 2019. So we're going to see that at 115
Excellent.
as well.
All right, stay tuned.
Yeah,
Got to see what's happening.
Yeah.
Thank you, Neil. It's a pleasure.
My
Kia.
pleasure. Yeah.
Kia's in the house.
Absolutely, Kia's in the house.
You're watching Hamptons Television's coverage of the 2018 New York International Auto Show here at the Javits Center in New York City. Big news here at Nissan. I'm with Scott Pack. And Scott, big reveal this morning. Tell us what we're looking at.
Absolutely. This is the 2019 all-new Nissan Altima, 6th generation. Very excited, very happy to finally see it revealed.
Ultima has created a name for itself
Absolutely.
and a good part of the market. People know what Ultima represents. What makes this different from the rest?
Well, it's again the 6th generation. We've sold about 5.5 million of these since it came out in '93, over 25 years ago. This one completely redesigned, top to bottom, inside and out. New platform, new exterior, interior design, new engines, and for the first time ever in a Nissan sedan here in the States, all-wheel drive.
Now, those who own Nissan know that you guys offer above and beyond. Could we give them a little bit of a rundown as to what they could expect?
Sure. Starting from even the entry grades, you're going to see just a stunning new design that you see here. completely redone interior in order to just enhance the overall driving experience. Just being in there, it's more open, it's more airy. You have more usable room. You have a complete new IT system, a whole new set of safety features. On top of that, it's a car that's faster, it's quieter, it handles better fuel economy.
Proud of the Nissan name and proud of that history, which this represents. You know, I have to tell you, we cover this entire auto show, but if our camera person could just swing around, media from all over the world here is focused, because you guys are making news, and Altima always makes news for the quality of what you represent. But it's exciting, isn't it?
It's very exciting. Just to be here in New York to launch it. It's one of our strongest markets up here in the Northeast. To come out with this car, announce the new powertrains, announce all-wheel drive, which will be very important here. I know it gets cold and snows a lot.
Absolutely.
Just very happy to.
Well, New York loves the Altima.
Absolutely.
And thank you for bringing this news to our New York International Auto Show. It seems like the whole worldwide media is eating it up.
I think so. Great.
When will this be available in dealers? And what's the timeline on this vehicle?
This fall.
This fall. Yep. All right, come to the New York Auto Show and get a first look. New York International Auto Show. We're at Ford. This is Garrett Carr.
Correct.
And Garrett, Ford has been around, I'm told, 116 years. And this is the 118th New York International Auto Show.
Oh, I did not know that.
So
See, now I'm learning something too.
Now, why did you guys miss 2 years? I mean, it's...
I don't know. Henry should have started 2 years earlier, right?
Well, Henry's done a good job, and you guys are proof of it. You have a lot to offer here at the New York International Auto Show. We want to give our viewers a look, so when they come here, head to Ford, and please tell us what awaits them.
Well, this is our vision of how the city of tomorrow meets the city of today. So what you have on the Ford stand is a very beautiful background of what the city of tomorrow could look like. And all along the floor, you'll see bike lanes, you'll see roads, you'll see homes. And we're really trying to bring the story of how Ford is helping craft the city of tomorrow and for you as the consumer, and how we're thinking about things as we go forward.
You know, it's amazing, the evolution, and Ford has been part of the life, the history. Originally it was cars, trucks.
Right.
And then cars, SUV trucks.
Right.
But it's blown out. It's as evolved as people's personal devices, their iPhones.
Exactly.
Cars, and it's amazing. And let's talk about what you have to offer here.
I mean, transportation as a service is coming, as you know, with Uber and all those other ride-sharing services, and we have plans to be a part of that. And so what you have here, we have a beautiful new Mustang that we launched at the Detroit show just a few months ago. It's an 18 model year Mustang. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
This is our performance area. So we have a Mustang, we have the Focus RS, which is a performance four-wheel drive hot rod, if you will.
I mean, when you see, here we're looking right now at the Mustang. And, I mean, people are enjoying it. You've got media from all over the world here. But the evolution of the Mustang to where we are today, I mean, people who own it want to own another and another.
Right.
And this is the performance section.
Yeah, the performance section. So we also have the new Ford GT, our supercar, that we just launched last year. And one great thing for the families, you might want to get a shot at this, is we have a little mini Lego activation here where you can go and build your own Lego figure. You take some legs, body, a head, some hair, a hat, whatever you want. You can build and customize your own Lego man and then pose him or her in one of these three scenes. Take a picture of it, put it on your Instagram, put it on your Twitter, share it with your friends and family, and you get to take the little mini figurine home with you.
So this is open to the public?
Open to the public.
And I look at this.
This is it. This is Chase. He's our Lego man. I think he's about 6'3", something like that.
Yeah.
And people love to take photos with Chase.
Very solidly built.
Built by a Lego master builder.
So Lego and Ford, there's always been that connection.
Yeah, we have a really strong relationship with Lego. They always do models of our cars, and you can see some of those models in the scenes here, and they're one of our great partners.
Now, let's keep walking.
Before we move on, this is one of the vehicles that we're launching at the show. This is the 2019 Fusion. It comes in gas, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid, and now police version. And so, you know, this is an outstanding vehicle. We've increased the range on the plug-in electric by about 20%, so you can go 25 miles on a charge.
And Ford Fusion is one of the leading product lines.
It is. It's one of our best-selling vehicles, and it's also probably the widest range of offer that we have, because you call it the power of choice. You can get a gas vehicle. We have multiple different versions of that. You can get a sport vehicle, which is the super fast four-wheel drive version. You can get a hybrid. You can get a plug-in hybrid. You can get it so many different
Now, you
ways.
mentioned fast, so this police vehicle is...
Yeah. This police vehicle is the first pursuit-rated hybrid police vehicle ever.
Holy wow.
So it's a Fusion hybrid that's made specially for the police. It's great, particularly in cities and in communities, because as you know, police, a lot of times, they have to keep their vehicles on, so they're ready to go at a moment's notice. And here, all of the equipment can run on the battery while the vehicle's on and not waste gas. So it's really fuel efficient, cost efficient, and it's got some get up and go as well.
If I was on the force, I'd want something like
Yeah, that's what we like to hear.
this.
It's a
That is
beautiful
unbelievable.
vehicle.
Ford Performance.
Ford
always been-
Performance, yeah. Ford Performance is our performance brand, and we continue to launch new performance products each and every year. This is the Ford GT. This is the ultimate performance vehicle. You know, we launched it 2 years ago, and we won Le Mans in our class, our first year back. So it was basically a road car and a track car built at the same time.
I mean, is
absolutely phenomenal.
there any aspect of the market that you guys are not a leader in?
We try to be leaders in all aspects of the market that we operate in. If you
I
can't
mean,
be
even Legos. For
even Legos, we're leaders.
Sheesh.
Exactly, exactly. But this is a beautiful car.
Now, tell me, I was told that there's a historic link to one of your vehicles here that
Yeah.
was originally released in 1964.
Yes. Well, this is the Bullet, the Mustang Bullet.
This is
we're-
the Bullet.
This is it. This is the Mustang Bullet. We're bringing it back. It's the 50th anniversary of the iconic Mustang. I'm sorry, I'll call it the Mustang Bullet film, but I guess you can just call it Bullet, because. But the Bullet
Steve
film,
McQueen, oh, wow.
where he actually drove a Bullet through the streets of San Francisco. And we launched this vehicle in Detroit as well. We actually used Steve McQueen's granddaughter, Molly McQueen, to help us launch the vehicle.
Isn't that
And,
amazing?
we're bringing it back. You can only get it in black and green, but I mean,
Was
it's
green the
iconic.
original?
Green was the original color.
How
And
cool is that?
A little bit later, I can show you. We have a little Bullet activation over there where you can actually star in the movie yourself and get a Mustang Bullet poster delivered to your device for you to share with your friends and family as well.
So while the kids are making the Lego, mom and dad can
Exactly. Can
That's a
go
poster.
create a a Bullet poster. Yeah.
Oh, this is so cool, Graham. This is now looking further.
Yeah, this one, the Ford Ranger, is coming back to North America. So the two most asked questions we've been getting at auto shows for years and years is, when is the Ford Ranger coming back, and when is the Bronco coming? And so we launched the Ford Ranger at the Detroit Auto Show, and it'll be in dealerships later this year. And we're really excited to be back in the mid-size pickup segment, and we've really done it right. This vehicle's been a bestseller all over the world, and we've made a version just for North America.
Now, everyone knows Ford F-150.
Yep.
That's the dream of everyone who wants that type of a vehicle.
Right.
Got to have that Ford. How does this relate to the 150?
So it's a little bit smaller than the F-150. It'll be a little bit less expensive, and you know, there are a lot of people that want to downsize from an F-150 when they get older, or people that are looking to get into the pickup market. Might not need the capability of an F-150, but love the style of a pickup truck, and this is a perfect vehicle for them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
We also have over here another vehicle we launched in Detroit. This is the Edge ST. It's the first ST, so another Ford performance vehicle. Like I said, we're launching more and more of them. This is the first of many performance SUVs that we're going to launch. So the lineup continues to expand. We have Raptor as well. We have the Raptor downstairs. But this is the first performance SUV.
I mean, what I'm sensing is like Ford has exploded out of the box with everything.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
going for everything now. You're not just
we're-
going for selective. You're doing it on
Exactly.
all levels.
We want to be leaders in everything. Of course, these are vehicles that people are interested in today. We have a number of those on the stand, but we're still, still thinking about the future. This is the all-new Ford Expedition. These we can't even keep on dealers' lots. They're going so fast. As soon as they're
I mean, look at this. Look at the size, and I mean, Greg is opening up the back hatch because that's where people go. Because this is when you live with this car. Wow.
A long wheelbase version of it as well that has even more room.
Well, that's the biggest cargo area I've seen so far of any SUV.
Yeah, and it's really usable space as well. I mean, the way that the vehicle's been designed, the third row, you can actually sit in it. You and I can sit in it. Some of our competitors, it's hard to get into that row, and it's really uncomfortable. But the way that this vehicle's been designed, it's really all 3 rows are usable space, and the amount of technology in this vehicle is incredible. We have a great thing here for children, adults, anybody who wants. The Bullet was such an iconic film, and there's such an iconic movie poster with Steve McQueen in it, that we've created a new activation where you can actually be in the Bullet poster. So we pose you in the scene, and we will deliver electronically to your device a poster with you and your name in the Bullet film. And then you can share it with your friends, you can post it on your Facebook, you can tweet it out, you can put it on your Instagram.
Oh, you guys are great. I mean, you're making it exciting for anyone who comes here to the New York International Auto Show. What are we looking at here?
So what we're looking at here is Chariot. It's a service that we have, a micro transit service that we're starting to operate. We operate it in 6 cities now, New York City being one of them. It's something between a taxi and a bus. We'll go on a defined route, but you can go on your app and download the app and book your rides. And as we get more and more people or members, we'll add more routes, and when people can vote for where they think routes should pop up, and over time.
This is a Ford product.
This is, yes, we own the company Chariot, and it's launched here in New York City. Yeah.
Wow, this is, I mean, I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, it's
Chariot Transit.
It's just starting. It's been out for about a year.
It's going to be part of that Uber market.
Yeah, it's part of our transportation as a service that I was talking about earlier. It's something between an Uber and a bus.
So again, Ford doesn't just limit themselves into one aspect or see themselves as a company that's a producer of vehicles, but more.
Yeah, absolutely more. And this
is cool.
This is an experimental vehicle. Domino's is one of our partners. I'll come over here because you can actually see. This is an autonomous pizza delivery vehicle. And we're working with Domino's in Ann Arbor. And we have a number of these riding around the city. And what you do is you'll order the pizza, and an autonomous vehicle will deliver the pizza to your home. Of course, we still have a driver in the vehicle now because we're just testing out the technology. But you'll get a code. You'll punch in the code on the pad. The window will roll down, and your pizza will be right inside in a warmer.
Pizza delivery has reached a whole new level.
A whole new level, and we're trying to figure out really, you and me, we've never interacted with an autonomous vehicle before, self-driving vehicle, and so what do? You come out in your pajamas? Do you have to put on a robe?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do when one of these pulls up outside your home? So we're trying to learn and figure out the best way to bring this kind of technology to the market.
Do you give it a tip? I don't know.
Good question.
I don't know.
Maybe you can build it into your credit card.
Tell us about, is this how these cars...
So yeah, this is the LiDAR sensor on top of the vehicle, and that's what's looking around and making sure that there's nothing impeding the progress of the vehicle, and there's also sensors all the way around the vehicle. And so over time, these things will become smaller and smaller and be built into the vehicle, but this is one of our prototypes that's testing those, making sure that we keep people safe, both in the car and outside of the car.
And this segment of the market is called autonomous vehicle.
Well, we call it self-driving vehicles.
Self-driving.
Yeah, self-driving delivery vehicle. Yep.
And this is a start of many more in this line.
Absolutely.
Just revealed this morning.
Yes, we have the Lincoln Aviator preview vehicle here that was revealed this morning at the New York Auto Show. It's a 3-row SUV, rear-wheel drive, comes in twin turbo, and it also has a plug-in hybrid option.
Unbelievable. This is the culmination of many years of greatness, but people have come to expect this from the Ford line, but of course from the Lincoln Aviator.
The New York show has been a great show for us for Lincoln. For the last 4 years, we've had significant news here and used it as a great platform for launching our new products.
Plus, you got such great commercials.
Yeah,
Got a good spokesperson there.
a lot of people like that spokesperson. He's very
Matthew
popular.
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey, yes.
I mean, he's so minimalistic with his approach that it appeals to everyone.
Absolutely.
Tell us about what we have here and what one would receive by owning this Aviator.
The amazing thing about the Aviator is it's more than just the vehicle. There are so many services that come with it. We have pickup and delivery service for you. Actually, your smartphone can now operate as your key with this vehicle, so you don't even need to carry your key with you. You can download an app on your phone and use your phone to open and close, start your vehicle, all of those things.
Greg's looking at that famous cockpit that our viewers have seen in the commercial.
Yeah, this is really playing on the aviation theme here. It is like a cockpit, and I mean, we have a giant floating screen in the center. It's a 3-row SUV, and the 3rd row is really a very usable space. Very powerful vehicle. It really takes the Lincoln theme of quiet flight to the next level.
Luxury, there's no other level of luxury above this one.
No, this is it. I think I want one.
Hey, you could have whatever you want. With your name, with that car name.
I know.
You
get
have
whatever
it
you
covered.
want.
Yeah, I really thank you for showing us what Ford has been bringing. We only touched upon a few things, but you're bringing music and fun.
Right.
And great vehicles, and you love your business, but you also love your customers.
Absolutely. We really want you all to come on down and have a great time at the show and see all the great things that we have to offer.
Well, it's been my lucky day to connect with Mr. Carr. Thank you
Nice
so
to
much,
meet you,
Graham.
too.
You're a gentleman, and
Thank
thank
you.
you for showing us. This is the hot car of this.
This is the hot car of the show for sure. Just launched this morning.
All right, come and see the
Lincoln Aviator.
Aviator for sure.
Yeah, bringing the nameplate back.
So if you come to the New York International Auto Show, stop by Mercedes. Take a look. There's so much to offer. This is the Maybach, which everyone has heard of. This is like unbelievable what this has to offer in terms of luxury. Let's take a little peek inside. Look at that. That is luxurious. Part of the Mercedes-Benz line, and this is definitely in the luxury part of the market. We're going to take a little look around. Mercedes has a lot to offer here at the New York International Auto Show.
I'm targeting it. Okay. How about tonight? We'll see you at the...
And this is the E400 4MATIC Wagon. This is interesting. This is more of a wagon design. Wow. Very interesting. If you notice the engine placement of this Mercedes E400, it's probably equal to the cabin size. So you know you're getting performance. Mercedes-Benz, very well represented here at the New York International Auto Show. So this is the Mercedes AMG GT Roadster. How's that price there?
I can't see without my glasses. That's why you asked me, right?
That's true. I'm in the same category. I was squinting a little bit, but you know what? I think it's worth it, whatever it is. Are you having fun here at the show?
Yes, I am. Having a great
This is
time.
an amazing show, and Mercedes always brings their best here.
Yes, it does.
I mean, this is one beautiful vehicle.
It sure is. I wouldn't mind having it.
And you've got vehicles for every group, with every need. I mean, this obviously is a very selfish person would own this car. Only seats two.
I think it's perfect for me.
I think so. And your golf clubs, there must be some room in that.
I think if you can afford this car, you could have someone deliver your golf clubs.
That's really the statement of the day. It's a pleasure meeting you. What's your name, sir?
Steve.
Steve, good meeting you. This is some show, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's a great show.
It's amazing. New York International Auto Show is open to, you're obviously a professional in the business, of the automotive business, but this is a show that attracts general viewership of people who want to come and be part of the show.
Yes, it's really a big deal. It's become a big deal every year.
It has.
Yeah.
You'd think after 118 years they'll figured it out.
I think so.
We're with Vince Salisbury of Lexus. Lexus, what a manufacturer, and you guys have something special to show us.
We're really excited. This is the all-new UX, and this is the F-Sport version, which is the sporty design version that we have. And you can see the grille. It has a mesh grille that has all these different facets, so at different angles the lighting will reflect off it. So it's quite something to see in the outdoor conditions and even under these show lights. We've got LED lights for the daytime running lights that run along the top, which this is sort of the signature Lexus look with this arrowhead design. And so we've kind of, you see on other cars, it's in all different locations. Here we put something new on the top. And
that's
this,
beautiful. Look.
Underneath here, we've got a 4-cylinder engine. And on this vehicle, it's making 168 horsepower. And this is our compact SUV, which is really one of the hot segments right now. So we are finally in this segment, which we're excited. The dealers are really excited to have, and the customers are. And so this is very aerodynamic, meant for really cutting through the air very smoothly. So that's why something new. They've added the mirrors. They pushed the mirrors away. So again, it's all about airflow and getting the airflow to go along and channel it. And if you come back here, even these tail lamps have like a little fin on them. So the air is going to come through and it channels it off here so it doesn't get stuck hanging around the car. It just glides and cuts through the air really.
Well, let's take a look inside.
Yeah, inside it's got this Rioja red interior with this black trim in the middle. And it's got F-Sport seats, so they've been molded differently to really hug you and give you nice bolsters when you're cruising through some sporty roads. And inside they've got a leather trimmed steering wheel that has a really good grip to it. And above the steering wheel, we've got the drive mode select. So you could put it into sport mode, eco mode, normal mode. And so depending on what your mood is, you can really have different driving feeling and performance in the car. Inside they've got a 10.3-inch navigation screen, and it really is seamlessly working.
People would not tolerate anything less than perfection from Lexus.
Yes.
You guys are on top of the market, so
it's really fun.
Well, look at this. Wow, this is
beautiful.
beautiful.
And so the seats fold down completely, obviously to give you some really good cargo space. And so that is, you've got the flexibility. If you got people in here, you can carry passengers, or if you want to carry something from Home Depot or something, you got that option. So in the back here, it's closed right now, but it gives you the lots of flexibility.
This is
and
all
in the back,
LED lighting.
Yeah,
right?
the LED lighting goes all on. It's 120 bulbs in here, and what Lexus does differently is we make it look smooth. If you look at some of the competitors, they have you could see the little circles. And it's kind of ugly in comparison to smooth-looking LED. And it's something the engineers are proud of. It's very hard to mold these, but they got the middle to be like only 3 millimeters in, width, and it stretches out to wider at the ends.
Magnificent. Now this was first revealed
at the Geneva Auto Show earlier this month in March, and then this is the North America debut here at the New York Auto Show. So, as I said, it's really designed for millennials. It's going to slot below our current smallest SUV, which is the NX. So this will fit below. It's the baby brother for the NX. And it goes on sale at the end of this year.
Well, we are in this magnificent Lexus exhibit area here at the New York International Auto Show. And you say experience amazing.
Yes.
As we pan around, what are we looking at? This is a hybrid. This is beautiful.
It's a hybrid LS, so that's really just done really well for us. It just has launched, and we have another one over here, which is the gas. And then we've got the RX hybrid here. And so we're really focusing on hybrids because we're trying to let people know about all the eco benefits, and also fuel economy is better. And on many of the hybrids, you get instant torque because you have the electric motors. So when you're coming off a stop sign or a traffic signal, you put on the gas, it really moves you quickly.
Wow.
And people don't realize that with the hybrids because of the electric motors, it kicks in addition to the gas engine. So that's really fun.
And it'll be there before the gas engine is there.
Yes, and then when you're at the stops.
And we're talking milliseconds.
Oh yeah, it's very
begin with.
quickly responsive. So that's one of the cool things about hybrids. So we're showing that off a little bit, to let people know that there's a lot of benefits. And Lexus has the most hybrids of any luxury
That's
manufacturer.
right. You were one of the first to.
Yes. And so we've got the leadership in that,
Now,
which is really fun.
looking off to the far side
Yes.
there's that beautiful.
That blue, it's called the structural blue. And what's interesting about this, of course, it's on the beautiful LC Coupe, which just launched this past May. And this is a special edition. I'm going to make 100 of these. And the blue paint is not really blue paint. It looks blue, but the paint is actually clear. It's a really interesting process, and we've got a video on YouTube you have to watch on Lexus channel on YouTube. And so they're using all colorless paint, but when it's put on the car, when the light interacts with that, it turns the color blue. It's not blue paint.
This is what you guys do, because
It's just like amazing
detail, but
process.
there's the detail
Right.
behind the detail,
It is.
like the LED lights.
engineers and all that, they really spend a lot of time. And in the back tail lamps, if you look, they have a reflecting appearance. So it is only one LED light, but they put a mirror in there that's angled, and it starts to reflect the tail lamps. So they were inspired by the jet engine afterburner effect. And so that's what they were kind of aiming for, that.
You guys have some whacked out engineers
Yes.
there at Lexus.
What's cool with Lexus is they've promoted the top people at the Lexus International are from the design division. They're not accountants or finance people that have risen up, which happens in a lot of car companies. But we've elevated the designers into the top management positions. They've already had an amazing
And it
design
shows.
career, but that's a different angle on Lexus, which I really like. Because,
Well, that's interesting, as opposed to engineers or marketing people.
yeah, they're elevating the designers. So I think, and that shows because they get the final say. They're the bosses now, and they're like, it's all about design for Lexus.
It's all about design.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause that attracts
Lexus must
people.
see. You guys are a must see here at the New York International Auto
It's really
Show.
been exciting to be here. And New York's set up differently, so only some of the SUVs are upstairs. Most are downstairs because they have an SUV floor at this show. So we can upstairs. It's mostly cars. We can put a couple SUVs, but most are downstairs.
Oh, so much to see. An important manufacturer here at the New York International Auto Show is Volvo. And this gentleman, who I've known for a few years
Yes.
here, Jim Nichols, part of Volvo, but you have the ability and the distinction of saying something that none of the other manufacturers can say here at the New York International Auto Show. And we're looking at it right now.
That's right. We announced a few things, but the big win for the auto show has been the World Car of the Year, which is selected from a group of journalists all around the world, and it went to our XC60. It's the first time that Volvo has won World Car of the Year, so we're very proud of that. Of course, this comes on top of winning North American Utility of the Year back in Detroit in January. So the car just came out this past fall, and we're very, very excited about it and the attention that it's received.
So A+, 5 stars.
Yes.
Why?
Well, it's a combination of things. One is it takes a lot of the technology that was very popular and important in our larger cars, and it brought it into this mid-size segment. So we're talking about standard safety features, standard technology, the touchscreen and stuff like that. Also, we're looking at a full kind of design redo. So something that has done very well for us has been the new design language for the car, from the Hammer of Thor headlamps into the interior. And what we're seeing is both a response from the automotive community, but also customers.
Jim, you know the evolution of automobiles. At one point, it was cars versus trucks, then cars versus trucks, SUVs, and on from there. But Volvo means a lot more than that. Safety has always been important to Volvo.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, safety has always been our priority, and we have a big history in safety, from the invention of the 3-point safety belt, which is now standard in every car, to having one of the largest databases of crash scenarios anywhere in the world outside of our Gothenburg factory. So with the XC60 and as long as the XC40, you are looking at kind of cutting-edge safety technology that's available to keep both passengers and the driver safe.
What an experience to be part of this great Volvo.
It's one of those things that when you open the door, the purpose is to have a certain feeling. And with this car, we're looking for what we call the Scandinavian sanctuary. So the only me time that most people get is during their commute. And we want people to maximize that as much as possible. And what we found is a lot of people would really like the opportunity to either relax or disconnect or stay connected or what have you. And through the cabin of the car, we're able to do that.
So, again, looking at the
plug.
Yeah.
That's right. So this is our what we call our T8 twin engine. So this has both a gas and an electric engine in it. So you have the plug-in charger that's right there that powers a rear motor. You have the gas motor in the front. The two combine to 400 horsepower. So this is absolutely something that's going to get you going on the LIE.
You know our market well. You've been coming to this New York Auto Show for a while, and you know that once you bring it out on the LIE,
yeah, then it's got to be up to speed, and it'll get there.
Well, you sold me on that. You knew exactly what to say. Excellent. This show is a good show for you guys, isn't it?
It's a big show for us, of course. You know, the New York and New Jersey area have always been very important for Volvo. It's where the company first came to the United States, of where we based. Our headquarters is still in the New York area. We're in northern New Jersey. And you know, if you drive anywhere from Boston down to DC, you'll see a range of Volvo vehicles from the 240s that were popular in the 70s and 80s to now the XC90s and the XC60s. They're still on the road that you see today. So the Northeast has always been very important for us, and that's why we always make it a point to come.
And I know you have something else to show us. I mean, there's so much to see here.
Yeah.
But we want to show some highlights.
We want to show some highlights. So we have the V60 Wagon here. So a lot of people, you know, wagons aren't as popular as they used to be, but they're still extraordinarily versatile in that when you have something like putting a surfboard on the roof of a car, it's much easier to do that on a wagon with a lower roof than it is on an SUV. You still get pretty much the same storage capacity. You get the same performance of that of a car, and instead you have it in this lower body type, and it really works very, very well.
I mean, look how cool, sleek design.
It is a very sleek design. I mean, this is not what you think of when people think of wagons. This is not typically what people think of. And, you know, I would say a lot of people would try to put the crossover label on this, but we like to stay true to our heritage. It's been 65 years since Volvo first introduced its wagon, and, you know, this is the latest iteration of it.
I don't see any, knowing all the other manufacturers as we've been traveling the show, I don't see anything that is like this.
No, it is something that, especially in the United States, I don't want to call it rare, but is a little bit more unique. And so you still get the length of an SUV, you still get the driving characteristics of a sedan, but what you have is you have all that in a very unique, very slick, very polished package, which is really sharp to look at.
So Volvo always brings its best. You always create your best. And you've got, is your company run by designers or engineers, or, I mean, who makes these decisions?
Well, I mean, traditionally we've been always a company that's been run by engineers and safety. I mean, so I would say that the safety department probably has the biggest say in everything. But recently we've, especially with our new design language, have really had this unique blend where our designers are engineers and our engineers are designers. So in that typical kind of Scandinavian fashion, we try to look at beauty and function and bring them together. And so you're able to bring designers and engineers together to create things like this.
Well, when you look at a Volvo, you know that a lot of thought has gone into this, and a lot behind the scenes, things you'll never even know, never even want to know.
Right.
But are built in the details of what makes a Volvo. Jim, it's always a pleasure catching up with you. It wouldn't be the New York International Auto Show for us if we didn't meet you.
That's right, if we didn't meet.
Come to the New York International Auto Show, see Jim, see Volvo. You guys never disappoint. The New York International Auto Show will be here at the Javits Center until April 8th. For more information, visit autoshowny.com. For WVVH-TV, I'm Ernie Shimizi.